right quick. Gonna talk my shit. Hold up.
This is definitely the shit after, you know, training. Especially if you don't have a fight camp, you know?
Yeah.
This is the thing to do.
They're going to give you a last-minute fight, huh?
Yeah, dude, but that's why I'm staying ready,
Yeah.
you know, staying in shape.
Bantamweight or featherweight?
So my first fight was with Trevor Peak, but that was at 155.
Yeah.
The next fight with Jack, it was at 145.
Yeah,
So
okay.
like I fought my natural weight class. But that one was a 10 days notice. You know?
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, let me take it, you know?
Gracias.
Yes. Yeah, dude, it was a fun fight, dude. It felt like a movie, dude. It was crazy. I was walking, like what? I couldn't even hear my music. I was like walking out. Well, before I walked out, they take out, you know, they open up the blinds, you know, and they're like, oh wait, and then, dude, people started booing me right there, and they're like, you suck, and I was just like, oh shit. I was like, all right, you know. I was like, keep that same energy, you know?
Yeah.
Watch, you know, and yeah, I started walking out, dude. You could feel the energy of the boos.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it was. I was like, holy shit, this is, and just feeling that energy. I never felt that energy ever in my life.
Yeah.
So it was crazy to be booed, and I was just like, all right, you know, this is my time. And then they announced Jack's name, and you know, I saw the people going crazy. I was like, man, watch your king fall. You know, I was on some Troy shit. You know, I was like, beat this guy, you know, and then drag his ass out of this, you know, the octagon, the arena, you know, and he did. He came out of it in a stretcher, you know. So, yeah, man, and I was just meant to be ready. My corner did everything. They're like, all right, this is, you know, sweet. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Sweet. Thank you. I was glad that my cornerman like kept me mentally good.
Yeah.
Because man, the fans got to me a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
They were like, you could see that whole card, the prelims. A lot of guys started talking smack to the fans, and it was just like, man, these guys are wild. So my cornermen were right away like, hey man, they're gonna boo you. Your opponent's gonna probably hit you in the balls, and he did. So it was like, we're gonna maintain the chaos, you know. And that's one thing I'm trying to do. Like, I got all this experience. I got power. I got these fluent throws. Now it's to really tame everything and just, you know, really fight like a mixed martial artist, you know. My opponents are fun, you know. Like, I like fighting all these tough dudes, you know. Like, Trevor Peak was fun. That fight was wild. And then Jack was a good fight for me because he was a big prospect, especially from across the world. Yeah. Like, why not level myself out with those kind of guys, you know? And I feel like all those fights are just going to get me ready for everything else.
Yo, for sure. Know? Did you get to travel around much after that? Did you get to check out like Sydney or?
Yeah, man, I walked around, see some food spots. What kind of sucks is like finding the right food before fights and stuff.
Yeah.
That's tough, dude.
No tainted kangaroo meat?
No, hell no. You know, but we went to the aquarium. Like, I don't like staying in my hotel. I feel like that's so weird, you know, like staying closed in. Like, I know some fighters do, it's cool, whatever works for you. But me personally, I'm like, this is weird as fuck, bro. Like, I can't be in here, you know. So Claire literally planned some things out where we went on a bike ride, we went to the aquarium, went to the zoo. So I saw some animals I'd never seen in my life. So it was pretty cool, dude.
What's up?
Yeah, man.
How'd you find this place? This is good.
This is the bombest thing ever, bro. What's crazy is during COVID, Claire found this spot, and we were training in the other location, right?
Yeah.
So we're always driving past it.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Come on, let's just go do it.
Yeah.
Let's try it out, you know." So I was like, "All right, cool, let's try it out." And then we came, and then the tacos were bomb. And we're like, "Damn, what else is bomb?" So we tried the tortas, and the tortas were good, and we were like, "Damn!" And then the quesadillas. So I'm like, "Fuck it, let's do that." And bro, this is probably the bombest thing.
This is amazing. What is this?
I don't know, some kind of beef, some kind of meat. I think it's goat.
Straight cat.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I've told my coaches, and I told my management team, my plan is to fight, you know, the top guys, the top 10 guys, the top 5 guys, the champion, you know, like.
What's the
like
pathway towards that, though?
Yeah, man. The pathway for me is just take everybody out. That's who I am, though, you know, like maybe those fights that I'm offered are the right fights, you know, and if they're not meant to happen, they're not meant to happen, you get me? Like I don't like to think like, oh, superstitious or anything like that. You know, like I'd like to think you got to pay to the MMA guys. You know, they'll see you work hard. You know, you earned it.
For sure.
Yeah, dude.
I like it. Evolve or die.
Evolve or die, bro. That's a good one.
Evolve or die. Get out there and make statements.
Or you gotta wow them. You gotta spook them with your own art.
Well, it's dope to see you do it too, especially like we've known each other for a long time.
Before I was even like that, dude.
You're living in TJ's RV.
Yeah, dude. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to watch you come in and do exactly that has been fucking awesome. Honestly, like I feel like your fan base grows with every time you fight. You certainly make fans out of the commentators and everybody in the UFC that sees you fight.
Yeah, dude. So far, these 2 fights, you know, the commentary's been on my side. So
Yeah.
you want it like that, you know? Like, you want to be... And that's the thing, like, you can only be someone's favorite if you're really fighting. You know, like, the sport is to fight, you know? And that's what I want to show is mixed martial arts. Like, throwing everything. Every weapon in the book, from southpaw, orthodox, anything, you know? And I'm throwing everything, dude, you know? But and it makes it harder for them to read me.
The other puzzle's like, on your way up, commentators are going to be on your side, right? Like, keep fighting like how you're fighting. Fan base grows. Then you get to a certain point where people are just going to want to see you lose. But it is interesting.
It's like that, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see their king fall, you know? Which is crazy. Oh, he's been king too long, you know? That's why you can't answer too much to the people. You know, the people, that's what the people want more. You know, the fighters are like, hey, man, you won it, congrats, bro. It's more like that, or they're haters, you know, because they don't have it, or they want, you know, they envy you. You know, they want what you have, you know. So it gets crazy like that, dude.
Yeah. You know how, like, you know how Strickland says the belt isn't real?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like,
it's true.
it's like something else is real about it, though, right?
Yeah.
That motivates you.
Yeah. But, well, it's the, like, for me, it's more of like, I was one of the best at one time, you know? And that's enough.
Legacy.
You know? Yeah, legacy, you know?
Yeah.
Like I like to look at it as like, there was one Jesus, you know? He came, gave his message, did what he had to do, and he dipped, you know? That's all I want to do, you know? And in my words, my message is to everybody else that if you have a dream and you go for it, like with everything you have, you can accomplish it. You know, that's more for what I want. You know.
By the way, this is amazing.
You're
so
welcome.
Good. I didn't say thank you, but thank you.
Nah, that's good, bro.
Nah,
You
you're
know?
welcome.
Nah, you already know, dude.
Yeah.
I got you on this stuff.
So how old are you right now?
31. I'm gonna hit it
keep
hard,
fighting.
bro. For 6 years, yeah, and everything, like sponsorships, interviews, you know, podcasts. I want to make a podcast. I want to do all these just cool things until I'm done. Like, and then once I'm done, bro, I'm deleting everything. You know, like my social media and everything. You know, I'm just gonna have a regular basic dad one. You know, and then just my kids chasing their dreams. You know, because man, I definitely didn't have nobody behind my back like that. You know, like. My mom eventually became the person to push me, but that was already in my teens. Like when I was a kid, for years, nobody wanted me to do it, you know? They thought I wasn't gonna make it. You know, they thought it was silly. They called me the Karate Kid. And what's crazy is like, at that time, dude, I was watching UFC and Pride, you know? And I was like, what the hell was I thinking? You know, like why did I want to do this out of all the other things? But I guess, you know, my fire tuned into this and yeah, man. I just got good and let's go, you know?
How old were you when you walked into Master Bob's?
I was 6 years old.
6? What?
Yeah, 6 years old.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I started at 6 years old.
Damn.
And that first week, the coach was like, hey, there's a tournament this weekend if he wants to jump in. And then we jumped in, me and my older sister and my younger brother, and we won first place.
That's amazing.
They're like, oh, you guys are natural, you know?
Yeah,
and we're like, oh, fuck it, you know? But my dad was always play fighting with us since we're like babies. Like I have baby videos of me and my dad fighting, you know? And my dad's just moving me and doing all this stuff, you know? He didn't know how to fight. He just fought, you know? So yeah, we're just naturally built in it.
You did everything, right?
Yeah.
It was like an MMA gym, right?
Yeah. And what's crazy is I would do judo throws from 3:30 to 8:30.
Damn.
You know, 5 hours of legit just judo.
Yeah.
Because that's what we started with, judo. And then my coach was like, all right, we're gonna do boxing, we're gonna do kickboxing, we do all these other things, and which was good. You know, we turned and I guess me telling him I want to be a pro MMA fighter, kind of like, oh yeah, let's go. You definitely got it, you know. And to be honest, when I was little, he's like, I could see you being a UFC champion one day, you know. So it's kind of crazy to just be in the UFC now and hopefully a champion, you know. So
I love that.
It's just like a video game, you know. You got all these different characters, you know, and they all have different things, different abilities, you know.
Yeah.
You got to just add yourself in that game,
Yeah.
you know. And even you as a fighter have different things, you know, different mentality, different style, you know, different blueprint, you know. So that's why I like that there's, you know, like endless advice in MMA. Like you're never gonna get it all, you know. And the more you train on something, there's another thing, and then that thing, and then another. Like I try to perfect all of them. There's no way of perfecting them all because there's something new every time.
Yeah.
That was like technology, you know, like cameras and stuff. They got new things, you know, like new gadgets. Yeah, bro. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, I want the new thing because the new thing got the extra stuff, and that's what I'm trying to do as a fighter, even at 31, because 31 is like that age where some of the fighters stick to that style. Right. You know, they never advance or do anything different, you know? So I'm trying to be that 31-year-old that's doing different things, different styles, different methods, you know, make people really, you know, think about what they're doing or what they're teaching, you know?
Yeah. Evolve or die.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And that's what's crazy, you know? And that's why I like a bunch of these coaches, especially at Elevation Fight Team, that are about the new new era and the new mix. You know, they're just making us more dangerous in there, you know. Yeah. And then the guys that come in there, they're no jokes, you know. Like everybody's pretty fucking monster in there. So I think you have to be your own monster in there, or you get out monstered. You know.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that place is a good ecosystem, or like a testing ground for like not just what works and what doesn't, but like you can't possibly you can't watch all these fights. No. Right? You can't see what everyone's doing. You can't perfect every technique. You need to democratize that. And that place is like a perfect eating ground for that, right? Like you just have all these guys coming in with different perspectives, different styles. You're seeing a lot of different looks, but then you're also just downloading information from everyone that you can. If you have the right relationships in that place, like you can learn every day you walk in there.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's actually kind of a fucking travesty.
Yeah, bro. But that's the thing. Some people, but then that's the room that kind of tells you that maybe you're not a fighter, and it has to be an obsession. Yeah. You know, if it's not an obsession, then this is not for you. Right. You know.
I like it, man. I like the mentality. I like the attitude shift.
Yeah, bro. But that was the thing. Like, I learned that I was fighting with trauma and fear and anger. You know, instead of fighting with clarity. You know, respect, because this is respect. You know, I have to respect my body. You know, throwing like that it's gonna injure. I'm gonna injure myself. You know, like I have to respect myself, respect the opponent, and you know, just change little things about my style where now it's cleaner. You know, it's controlled chaos. You know, literally that. You know, like I like to say my style is a technical brawler. You know. Because all my accuracies are good, you know. If you look at all my fights, everything lands, you know. And I hate missing, so they're definitely gonna get it.
I like it. How are we doing on time?
Batteries are
low.
50%.
Okay, let's wrap it up, dude. Thanks for doing this,
good,
man.
bro. Yeah,
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, dude.
You finish your taco,
right?
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Like I never thought I was ever gonna say this part of my career, you know, or my life. So it's pretty cool, you know, to share a little piece and parts of what I'm going through, but you've seen it yourself, you know. You've seen what I've been through, the ups and downs,
for sure.
The fucking the wins, the losses, you know, the change of gyms, you know, like
your career's a roller coaster, man.
Yeah, bro. But that's every fighter's thing, dude. I can't. There's not one fighter that has a clean fucking road, bro. I wish that'd be cool, you know. Like I would want to learn where I could make that kind of road for my kids, but I wouldn't even want that for them. You know, I want them to get weathered, you know, seasoned. That's what I became. You know, I got seasoned, a little bit weathered. You know, now I'm a good, nice, tasty steak for the UFC. You know, so let's make it run. You know.
I appreciate you, guys.
Thank you, man. Same.
Yup.